There are things in our life that make us suffer a lot, but we are so afraid to let go of what's causing us suffering because it is so a part of our identity and our reality that to let go of it would be to really be ending yourself and ending your reality and to be in free fall and to have no ground to stand on, to enter into the unknown. And so, although we are afflicted by so much of how we perceive ourselves in the world and believing that to be how things are, believing that to be the truth, although that causes so much suffering, it's so familiar, so familiar, so habitual to view things this way. To let it go would, To let it go would be to be letting go of who you've come who you've come to know yourself as, and what you've come to know the world as. You know, last night I was sat in my old bedroom at my parents' house at night, no lights on. It was dark, you know, I could still see the room, but it was dark. And it was empty, you know, I like moved all my stuff out of there into this flat that I've got going on now. And I just sat down on the floor and man, I just like started crying because I don't know, man. I had like the insight of, you know, like I just sat down and, you know, as always, as usual, it just felt like things are not enough. Like something's wrong. I'm dissatisfied. Like something's not right. And I think we all, like fucking the vast majority of us, feel this way if you're really honest with yourself and you sit down. I mean, most people can't just sit down and do nothing because they're so tormented by these feelings of inadequacy, these feelings of being wrong, the world being wrong, being not enough, the world not being enough. This is very common. And you can strip back layers and layers of it, and you know, you can start to be more content and less dissatisfied. But nevertheless, you know, there are subtler and subtler levels to this. So last night I sat down in my room, and you know, it's just like, you know, what's wrong? Why is this not enough? What's going on here? You know, like, why is there suffering? Why is there unsatisfactoriness? Whatever else, you know. And I just realized in that moment, it's like, well, if I give that up, if I let that go, then what the fuck would I be then? What would my life be then? What would reality be then? Everything that I know to be the case, to throw that away, well, how the hell would I live? What the hell would I, you know, all sense of orientation gets thrown out the window. You know, it's like, that's what we really want. You know, everybody wants to, obviously, nobody wants to feel dissatisfied. Nobody wants to feel like they are wrong or not enough, or the world is wrong and not enough. Everybody wants to feel content, like everything's okay, everything's fine. Of course, everybody wants to feel like that. But when push comes to shove, when the opportunity is right there, we do anything to hold on to that dissatisfaction. Because without it, we wouldn't know what the world is, who we are. It's a whole, like, reality shift, man. And it's death, right? It's death. So I sat there last night in my room crying because I didn't want to let it go. See, I loved it so much. When you love something, I don't know, when you love something, you want it to hang around, you know? When you love something so much, it's hard for you to be okay with it leaving. I mean, of course, you know, if it leaves, you can be okay, but I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's like, I realized in that moment, it's like, although there's this subtle background dissatisfaction going on in my experience, it's like, I love it. It's twisted, man. It's kind of morbid. Like, I love it. I love that dissatisfaction because it's me. It's like how I fucking know myself, you know? Of course, it's not actually me. But I've been so entrenched in it and I identified with it for so long that it feels like me. In my whole body, my entire experience, it feels like me. And so it's like grieving the loss of a loved one. It's like grieving a breakup. So you don't want that person to go. And that person is you. It's like, you don't want you to go. I don't want myself to leave. I don't want myself to leave. It's like, please stay. No. Very interesting. I hope this is making sense. Holy shit, man. It's like, it's possible to end suffering. Like, a lot of it. It's really possible. It's possible to not have a sense of being wrong. Not have a sense that there's this struggle in life. It's possible to be absolutely content, unconditionally. Like, for everything to be okay. And that's what we all want. But it's like, be honest with yourself, man. Do you really want it? Like, tune in with yourself, man. Do you want that? Because it means the end of you. The end of your world. So yeah, I feel like most people never really even get down to this because they're constantly distracting themselves from this. Living in a paradigm, feeling like there are things to be done. Like, oh, I'm not enough, so I've got to do X, Y, and Z. Keep doing it, keep doing it. And we never like snap out of it. It's like really weird that we just keep going. It's like we realize it again and again that nothing satisfies us. Nothing actually makes us enough. Like nothing conditionally. Like we do something, we make a project, we get fame, we get praise, we, level up in the social hierarchy, we create things, we improve our characteristics and qualities in ourselves and whatever else, like trying to be enough. And yeah, it feels like, it does genuinely feel like we reach that point when we complete something, but then it's like, it's this fucking never-ending hamster wheel. We're constantly running around. It's like, oh yeah, finally got it, now I feel enough, and then it's like seeps back in, next thing, and it's like, when are we going to realize, that it's not the next thing, man? It's actually to really inquire into the kind of more deeper structure of what's going on, not just like the content, but the context. And this requires, a kind of deeper level of, like an additional level of grief, because like if you do this, it's like, well, you have to sit down with yourself and stop distracting yourself. And so you're going to be grieving like the loss of everything else you've been doing in the world, and how you've been showing up in the world, how you've come to know yourself as. Man, it's fucking difficult, man. And so this is like, it's quite obvious to see when you go out into the world. It's like, yeah, everybody's like running around, rushing about in a zombie mode, in a zombie frenzy. Because, mate, this is hard work. Awakening is not a walk in the park. How many people do you know that really just sit down with themselves every day? Do you know anyone that does that? This culture labels that as lazy. And sure, it can be lazy if you're just sitting down and doing nothing. Like, because this is something, like you're doing something, like you're sitting down with yourself. And I guess even, if you sit down and do nothing, it's like you're letting your nervous system like come up, like bring the shit in up to the surface to look at. So even then, it's still work, man. It's still hard work. Anyway, so really, I think like it is just about grieving the loss of yourself and the loss of your world, and to be gentle with yourself on this, and to not rush it. Be patient. Like, fuck, man, of course this is like, give yourself the love, man. Allow yourself time to grieve. Might take years, man, decades, might take your entire life. All grief is grief from the death of yourself. What else would it be? But perhaps not you, but perhaps the illusion of you. Just sharing some ideas. See, this is what everybody's looking for. Everybody's out there rushing about in the world, thinking that what they're rushing towards is going to give them what I'm talking about here. It's going to give them that unconditional contentment. Because they're so afraid to instead of rushing out there, instead of doing that, to come back, face inwards with love and patience. Because that's where the work lies, man. It's harder. It's harder. Like it is, man. Like going out there and achieving lots of things in the world. Yeah, it's hard. But to face yourself, to grieve the death of who you think you are, what you think the world is. Wow, man. Well, that's hard, man. That is hard. Very hard. But that is the way to what everybody's looking for when they're rushing out there to get something out there. And I'm not saying, don't rush out there and achieve things in the world. Like, I think it's still very beneficial. You want to get things in order. You do want to develop your life, your character. You do want to, show up in the world and improve these kind of areas of your life, health and family and relationships and finance and creativity and whatever it is, man. Yeah, but when it comes down to the very foundational happiness, foundational contentment, foundational okayness, this is where it's at. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. I hope you got some value from it. Please like and subscribe. Helps me out a lot. And if you want to talk more about this, get some support or ask some questions or just hang about, then come join our online community, The Truth Playground. Click the top link in the description for that. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.